friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and Depop, and I sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is Tuesday, November 12th. Oh my word. I just looked. Tuesday, November 12th, and I sold 8 items for a gross sales amount of $188.74. 3 items on eBay, 3 on Poshmark, and 2 on Depop. The 2 on Depop are vintage sweaters, and they're like wonderful. The first thing that sold is something from my 50% off clearance sale. I put all old items that I listed in 2023, plus some summer stuff. So swim, sandals, tank tops, shorts. I put all those on a 50% off sale, trying to reduce my inventory a little bit and get rid of some things that I don't want to hold on to forever. So these are the brand, I don't know how to say it. L'Artiste? Yeah, I don't know. Spring Step. They're just little colorful leather sandals. I have found other sandals by this brand and looked them up, and the sell-through rate just isn't super great, but they're really cute, and they're like leather. They're made in, I don't know. I do remember when I was listing them, they had a like a style name in there, but the style name didn't give me any information when I was looking up the sell-through rate. So I do look up all the sell-through rates and average sale prices on eBay's product research tool. The average sell price of the L'Artiste Spring Step sandals had an average sale price of $30.44 with a 23% sell-through rate. That's not super great. I aim for 25%. Sell-through rate is the amount of items sold divided by the amount of items sold and listed in the last 90 days. So if we're looking at very simple math, if there were 100 items sold or 100 items listed in the last 90 days, then 23 would be sold and 77 would still be listed. So not a great sell-through rate. Mine, I had listed, I think, for $35, trying to hit that $30 mark after coupons or offers. And so 30% off made it $17.98 plus shipping. They paid $24.63. I paid $8 for these. I think when I looked them up, they must have had a better sell-through rate. I'm not really sure. I did buy them in New York. I was in Corning, New York on a trip with my husband, and it was this little consignment shop called Pookie's. It's very cute. If you're ever there, you should go. It's really a great consignment shop. $8 is what I paid. I had them listed for 4 months. My profit is $6.57, which sounds low. I know that it's not low for some people, and that's okay. For me, it's lower than I want it to be, but I do have to remember I'm also getting that $8 back that I put into my cost of goods. So that is a factor to consider. This is a rash guard performance shirt by the brand Hook. And this is not right. I'm sorry, hold on. I moved stuff out of the way because it was blocking this, and then I got out of order. Okay, we'll come back to that shirt. This sold also on the sale, but I don't know why it got put in the sale because it's not really summery or old. This is a Catherine's 2X. They're a pair of pull-on pants, and they're velour. They are pretty wide-legged. I did already take a lint roller to these because velour just attracts all the things, especially black. Anyway, Catherine's velour pants have an average sale price of $20.26 with a 16% sell-through rate, so pretty low. Mine sold for $8.48 plus shipping. I paid a total of $15.91. I paid $1.47 for them 8 months ago, so I have had them for a while. Makes my profit $7.13. Still low profit. However, that feels a little better. Oh my, I'm out of these. I'm not, I have more. It feels a little better knowing I only paid $1.50 versus $8 to make, you know, $6 or $7 in profit, but it's still pretty low. For me personally, I aim for $15 per item. And that's because I want to value my time. It takes time to list and take pictures and do all the shipping stuff. And that is, you know, it's important to me. So I know that some people have a lower price point that they're looking for, a lower profit point, and that is totally fine. We don't all have to do things the same. In fact, I hope we don't. All right, it turns out I did not actually have more of those. So I took a minute and went ahead and ordered some real fast because I had my shipping coupon, my shipping supply coupon. This is a little cardigan. It's crocheted. Actually, I'm not sure that it's crocheted. I had to send a picture of something and I was like, is this crocheted or knit? I'm pretty sure this is crocheted. This is the brand Boston Proper. I don't know if it has anything. To be quite honest, I bought this for my daughter and she didn't like it. So, teenagers. Actually, she's great, but they're hard to shop for sometimes, which is kind of nice that I can thrift for her because I'm not paying a bunch of money and then she also doesn't like it. But the Boston Proper crochet cardigan has an average sale price of $30.15 with a 16% sell-through rate. So when the sell-through rate is low like that, in the teens or lower, or even maybe the 20s or lower, I will price in the average and then take less. So I did price at $30 and then someone offered me $16 for the sweater, and I think I hadn't made any sales in quite a few hours. I think it might have been the first sale of the day yesterday, and I was like, I've got to get something going. So I went ahead and accepted it. Definitely low, but lower than the average, but with the low sell-through rate, I don't mind that at all. Okay, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do about this. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for a second. I don't have any, I usually would use a recycled poly mailer. In this instance where I'm out, I have big ginormous ones or I have teeny tiny ones and nothing in between. So, and I don't know, I don't know exactly how. I mean, I paid for 2 pounds, but it doesn't necessarily have the dimensions on the postage. So I just don't want to mess that up. You know what I mean? All right, I'll have to look into that a bit. Did I tell you what my profit was on that? I don't think I did. I paid $3 for it at a garage sale, and my profit is $13.11. That one, I think I did make some money on the shipping. I'm struggling with that. I don't want to talk about it. I'm done talking about it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a video on shipping a couple days ago. You can check that out. Hey, we're back to the hook shirt. All right, this is hook. It has a big logo on the back. The average sale price is $18.67 with a 29% sell-through rate. So a little better. I sold this for $15 on Poshmark. So, not bad. I bought it 4 months ago at the bins, which is the Goodwill outlet. If you're unfamiliar, there are literal bins of items that you just dig through and then you pay by the pound. I average that I pay about $2 per item. This one took 4 months to sell, so after fees, my cost of goods, and then I don't do any, what's the word? Discounted shipping on Poshmark. So there's no shipping fees. So that makes my profit $10. When I'm shipping clothes on Poshmark, I like to use these Tyvek mailers. They look like this. They make this lovely loud noise. And I don't think they stick very well on the ends, so I add a little priority sticker. You can get all the priority shipping supplies for free on the USPS website, and it will deliver it to your house. It's pretty fantastic. And then you can use any of those supplies when you are shipping from Poshmark only. I mean, you can use them if you pay for a priority mailing on other selling sites, but Poshmark, you can just use priority. This is a button-up pearl snap. So that's, pearl snaps have kind of like a little pearl-esque look to it. So this is a Wrangler Rancher. I don't know about Wrangler. There's some things in Wrangler that are really good. Really, really good. I bought this at that same garage sale. I don't think it was the exact same garage sale, but at the same time I was garage selling with that other little sweater. And I came to a sale that had a bunch of like Western wear type stuff, and it was all 50 cents a piece. So sometimes when things are 50 cents a piece, I will go ahead and risk it because I'm willing to risk 50 cents. And sometimes that floral look in Wrangler is good. But I looked up, and actually, now that I'm looking at it, so I looked up Wrangler Rancher with a W, Pearl Snap Women, because it's a woman's shirt, floral. The average sale price was only $13.80, but it's a 44% sell-through rate. So that's really good. And I don't mind turning 50 cents into 13. It's actually 14. In this case, it did sell on Poshmark for $14, and I made $10.55. So it took just over a month to sell. That's not bad. All right, one more on Poshmark. We're getting to the vintage stuff. This is also vintage. This is a vintage jean jacket, and it's like Sherpa lined. There was some wear to it. Here we go. Sportworks is the brand. This does not have a good sell-through rate, but I thought it was kind of cool with those like buckles. The sell-through rate was 5%. Average sale price was $27.26. So I priced it at $30, hoped for the best, and it actually only took 2 months to sell, which is great. I bought it at my new favorite thrift store for $3, and it sold for $20 on Poshmark. I think I need to put it in a box because it's kind of bulky, and I just don't think it'll fit in that Tyvek very well. So that makes my profit $14 with a $3 cost of goods. So that's pretty good. I don't mind that at all. Sometimes, actually most of the time, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to vintage things. So, and sometimes I just go, oh, it's vintage, I'm going to buy it. That's not wise. I do think that comping and looking at sell-through rate and average sell price is really important. However, I don't always do it. And that's not really wise. But also, sometimes those vintage items are harder to comp. So, I don't know. I also do my comps on eBay, and I think that sometimes the comps are going to be different on different selling platforms. All right. That's just my thought anyway. Oh no. Come on. It doesn't want to stick. Great. Okay. Well, I'm going to deal with that later. Lovely. I do remember that from last summer. Like once it starts to get cold in here, all my adhesive goes a little wonky. I do have like a space heater for when I'm working out here, but it's not for all the time. All right. I work in my garage, if you didn't know that. Okay. So now we're to the vintage sweaters. It only took me 20 minutes to get there. We're getting there. Okay. So this is like exactly what I've been selling vintage sweater wise. It's a geometric print. In this case, it's kind of like a plaid stripe, but a geometric print of some kind with a crew neck. It's even better if it's made in the US. This one is Korea. This is Towncraft. But I'm telling you, on Depop, the last 3 sweaters I've sold have looked like this. So if you see this sweater, you might want to put it on Depop. I don't know. Yeah, USA is best. Like I said, you can get a higher dollar amount, I think. So I did not look that up. So what I did look up was vintage sweater crew neck geometric. That gave me, oh my word, I'm gonna have to shove that in there. You know what? I'm just gonna put it in this. I think it's good. Oh boy. Okay. So, first of all, I'm a hot mess. Let me tell you about the sweater. It sold for $30. I think I had it listed for $40 and somebody offered me $30 and I accepted that. The average sale price is $34.19 with those search parameters that I already said. The sell-through rate is 13%, which seems low, but like I said, I've sold this shape and style of sweater multiple times over the last week. So I bought this one at my old favorite thrift store for 52 cents. It was listed for 5 days. 5 days. So for $30, that makes my profit $30.20. They paid $9 for shipping, which comes to me, I have to pay for shipping out of that. This one I was able to ship maybe Ground Advantage for $6.44. They do have a fee. They say there's no fees, but there's a fee. It's low. I'm not complaining about their fee. It's $1. It was $1.84 for this item, for this sweater. So that makes my profit $30.20. Okay. So I used grunge, dad, grandpa, vintage, crew neck, geometric. Trying to think of like the keywords, style words, tags. Streetwear, Y2K. I don't know if it really fits in that. 90s. I'm not great with keywords and tags and style stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing on Depop. I think I sold one thing in October on Depop, so I'm not like an expert. I cross-list using Vendu. That's all I know. That's about it. Did I put the right thing on there? I did. There's that. There's that. Okay, we're good. Okay. So now the other vintage sweater, and it's kind of same style. It's a vintage sweater that's kind of novelty. So I sold another one that had snowflakes on it. So cute. Sold to a viewer, which was nice. This one is kind of embroidered. It's not like significantly embroidered, but like these cross veins is what they're called on actual leaves, but are embroidered. But like a novelty vintage sweater is the other thing that I find that sells in vintage sweaters. So what I looked up this time was vintage sweater leaves, or no, I'm sorry, not leaves, fall embroidered. Average sale price was $31.41 with a 12% sell-through rate. Again, the sell-through rate's not good, but I keep selling these. So This one is one of my old sweaters. I explained this yesterday. I took a bunch of sweaters out of my inventory and was gonna get rid of them. This was in January, and then I just decided to go ahead and relist them. I relisted them, and a couple have sold already, which is fantastic. This one, all of the vintage, my old sweaters, I said that they cost about $3 because that's probably about what I paid for them. My average cost of goods is about $2.50. So anyway, I list vintage sweaters for $30 unless comps tell me otherwise, like that geometric crew neck, right? I'm listing those at 40 now. And this one sold for 24. The shipping was $9. I don't know if charging for shipping is the right thing to do. Maybe I should do free shipping and just add $10 to each item. I don't know. I'm trying to watch Depop resellers, but I don't know. If you have a Depop reseller that you think you learn a lot from and you want to point me in the right direction, I would appreciate that. Or if you are a Depop reseller and you want to tell me what I'm doing wrong, I would really appreciate that. Anyway, they paid a total of $23. I paid $9 in shipping. The legal flat rate was the cheapest way for me to go. The flat rate envelope probably would have been a little cheaper, but I don't have any on hand. I need to get some. And it was $8.97. So shipping has it's gone up over the past, I don't know, I feel like it's. So what I do is do other shipping on Depop, and then I go through pirate ship. Again, I don't know that that's the right thing to do. That's just what I'm doing. $3, and my profit is $19.37, which I think is great for something that I was just gonna get rid of or donate. All right. I feel like I am a collector now of vintage sweaters. I keep grabbing them, and you know, I like to be a seller of vintage sweaters and not a collector. So I was thinking about things that I collect. I used to have like a Precious Moments collection, and I sold all of that. And I used to have, when I was real little, I had like a bunny collection, like rabbits. I had so many bunnies. It was insane. And my grandma, she definitely contributed a lot to that collection. Every holiday, I got a bunny from her in some way, shape, or form. So I think I had a little bit of a dinosaur collection at one time. I don't know that that lasted long. Do I collect anything now? I collect nativities, and I like to buy those either at thrift stores, or I like to buy them when we are visiting somewhere. We're going to, you know, like a trip or something. I'll get a nativity, or we get an ornament from wherever it is that we have visited. That's kind of like our souvenir as a family. And it's kind of nice. I like to do that because then when I'm putting the ornaments on the tree, it's just like a little sweet reminder of the trip that we went on. And sometimes they're far away and long, and sometimes they're really short and close by. But it's still nice to have just that little reminder of the trip. I'm trying to think if I really collect anything else. Books and children. No, I'm done with that collection. What else? I don't know. What do you collect? Do you have a collection, or have you had a collection in the past? Do you buy stuff on eBay or Poshmark to get that collection? Because sometimes I do, often actually, if we aren't actually on the trip and I don't find a nativity or an ornament, I'll go on eBay and find one. Oh, I know. I have like maybe I have a lot of collections. I kind of think of myself as a minimalist, but now I'm finding maybe that I'm not so much. But I have kind of an adventure board. And so I like to, like, if we go to a new state park or some sort of like camping experience, I try to get a little pin. Yeah, that's kind of my other thing, but it's just like little reminders. I like to do like pins or stickers, and those just kind of go on that board. But yeah, little reminders of where I've been and what I've done. So what is yours? Yeah, what is your, I can't even think of the word now. Collection. That's the word. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. I'll see you soon.